Watch a typical classroom Q&A session, and you'll likely see a game of ping pong. The teacher serves a question, and a student returns a short factual answer. This creates a closed loop. The goal is retrieval, pulling a specific piece of information from memory and batting it back across the net. In this setting, students spend their energy trying to guess the exact response the teacher is looking for. Critical thinking takes a back seat to the search for the right answer. This ping-pong method prioritizes quick retrieval. While it tests memory, it bypasses the cognitive work students need to build their own deep understanding of a subject. There is a different way to structure these conversations, called dialogic teaching. This approach uses the natural power of talk to stimulate a student's thinking. To make this work, we have to pay as much attention to how the student speaks as we do to our own talk. It changes the classroom dynamic by shifting the balance of power. We can visualize this shift as a collaborative jigsaw puzzle. The focus moves from a two-sided competition to a shared goal at the center of the room. The classroom functions like a workshop. Knowledge is something the entire group builds together, piece by piece, through ongoing conversation. This process starts with the collective principle. It means the teacher and the students treat every learning task as a shared mission. Everyone gathers around the table, focusing on the same problem at the same time, with no one left out of the construction process. Next is the reciprocal principle. This requires everyone in the room to listen to one another and weigh different viewpoints. You'll see this when a student reacts directly to a classmate's idea, perhaps rotating a concept to see how it fits better, rather than just waiting for the teacher to speak. When talk is collective and reciprocal, the source of truth moves from the teacher's podium to the collaborative group. The third principle is being supportive. In this environment, students feel safe enough to express ideas freely. If a piece doesn't fit, the group helps find the right spot without anyone feeling embarrassed about being wrong. Then we have the cumulative principle. Here, dialogue isn't just disconnected points. It's a chain where each contribution builds on the last. Individual ideas physically connect, forming a deepening line of inquiry that everyone can follow. While the talk is open, it must also be purposeful. This means the dialogue is always structured to lead toward a specific learning goal. The teacher keeps the group on track by acting as the guide who knows the target destination, like showing the group the image on the puzzle box cover. These 5 principles transform classroom talk into something intellectually rigorous. It becomes a tool for active discovery, rather than just a way to check if students did their homework. Transitioning to a dialogic style changes the very nature of what students do with their voices. They move past simple recall and begin engaging in much more complex forms of thinking. You'll hear them narrate, speculate, explore, evaluate, and justify. Eventually, students lead the inquiry themselves, asking their own questions to push the group further. Practicing these skills is what turns a student from a passive listener into an active investigator. In this model, the value of an answer is its ability to spark the next question. Mikhail Bakhtin observed that if an answer doesn't give rise to a new question, it simply falls out of the dialogue as a dead end. We measure the success of our teaching by the depth of thinking we require from our students. We can choose to step away from the ping-pong table and pick up the pieces of a collaborative investigation. By embracing these principles, we help students move past repeating facts, generating their own original insights.